Olivia! Fix me up a few changes of clothes and put them in my suitcase for me pronto. The boss is sending me out on a business trip tomorrow on short notice.
Henry? It's Saturday tomorrow. Aren't business trips usually during a week?
I thought so too, but there must be exceptions. I'm just doing what I'm told.
I see.
I'm flying up to Dakota, so you need to think about the weather when you pack my stuff. I read online there's a cold snap on the way.
Oh, yeah, I saw it on the news. Apparently they're going to hit record lows this week. I'm not trying to nag at you or anything, but it seems like you're never home these days. You were out all day yesterday too. I'm sure I remember you coming and getting into bed at like 3 a.m. this morning.
I'm the man of the house, sweet cheeks. And that not only means I'm busy, but it means I can do as I please.
Right. I get you have things to do, but can't you at least tell me when you won't be needing any supper? Or give me a rough estimate for when you'll be home if it's gonna be a late one. Even just a few words would be better than leaving me totally in the dark. I waited until 10 p.m. last night before eating because I thought you were coming home.
Why'd you go and do that? You are allowed to eat when I'm not around, you know. You can't have been that bothered about me because you were fast asleep by the time I got back.
At 3 a.m.? Of course I was. What's gotten into you lately? You always complain at me when your supper's cold, so I waited up as long as I could.
Have you ever heard of a microwave? Gee, you must think I'm a complete moron.
Come on, Henry. You know I don't think that. Is the thought of us eating together really so bad? We don't spend any time together anymore. Remember when you said that even if we're both crazy busy and rushed off our feet, we should always go out of our way to eat together? What happened to that?
There's regular business, and then there's the ultra mega insane levels of busy that my life is right now. I just can't make the time, babe. I need you to understand that. Why do I always feel like you're constantly on my back about something these days?
Because you're weirdly cold and evasive with me all of a sudden? Even when we are both in the house, we never talk. It's like you're avoiding me. What's going on?
Do I need to spell it out? I'm tired. That much should be obvious to anyone, not least of all my own wife. Unlike you, I'm not a stay-at-home housewife who gets to laze around on the sofa watching TV, eating potato chips, and doing sweet fuck all day.
Wow, Henry. Just wow. Surely you don't actually think that's what I do?
Even still, your life is a hell of a lot easier than mine. I'm at the office 5 days a week. You barely even have to leave the house.
The only reason I became a stay-at-home housewife in the first place is because you told me you wanted me to quit my job so I could take care of everything at home. If you don't like it, I'm happy to start working again.
Oh, do what you like, but don't think working means you get out of doing the housework.
Huh?
Good God, woman, you don't actually think working means you get out of fulfilling your womanly duties, do you? What would be the point in getting married in the first place?
So, let me get this straight. You married me so you had someone to do the housework for you?
Housework is a woman's job, always will be.
Good grief, Henry, you're unreal. I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. What happened to the Henry I married? I feel like I'm talking to a caveman. I barely recognize you anymore.
If I'm acting different, it's only because you've been acting up and talking back to me lately. If you just knew your damn place, I wouldn't have to put you in it. You are my wife, and being my wife means you have responsibilities to fulfill. I don't get out of going to work and putting food on the table, so why should you get to slack on your side of the bargain? Quit complaining at me about juvenile crap like me not being around the house much or coming home late, because I don't need to hear it. Who do you think it is that puts food on the table and keeps a roof over your head?
Did I do something to upset you? If I did, I'd rather you just told me. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you did actually. You keep wasting my precious time with your infantile whining like you're doing right goddamn freaking now! I don't have to listen to this crap. I'm going back to work. I'll send you a list of the things I need putting together for my business trip later on. See to it that it's all ready for when I get home, Hey, where's my supper?
I see you're as lovely and charming as ever. I told you I was heading out to my folks' place today. It's my friend's wedding day. I'm going with my family.
You think I give a single, solitary heck about what's going on in your life? I come home early for a change, and this is how you repay me?
You knew I wasn't going to be home today. I told you about my friend's wedding ages ago.
You must live on another planet if you think I have time to remember every last tiny detail of your schedule. Are you having fun? Flying all the way out to your parents' place to go to a wedding and probably getting drunk out of your mind on my money? Yeah, I bet you are. Because you're reaping the benefits of my hard work without having to lift a finger. You really hit the jackpot when you became a stay-at-home housewife, huh?
So what are you saying? I have to stay home 24/7?
Stay-at-home housewife. The clue's in the name, bitch. Who puts the food on the table? Answer me now!
Oh my god, Henry, stop it. Stop talking to me like this. You act like I laze around the house all day doing nothing, but it's not true. I'm really busy too, you know.
We discussed this before. I made it plenty clear how much harder my life is than yours, so you better not be trying to compare us again, because I swear, if you are, I'm gonna lose my shit. I work full-time. You laze around at home drinking wine and gossiping on the phone with your girlfriends. Are you so brain-dead that I gotta spell it out again? Me and you are not the same!
I got a part-time job.
Excuse me? This is the first I've heard of it.
It's not a problem as long as I stay on top of the housework. That's what you said before, isn't it?
I guess I did. You should know this means I'll have to cut your monthly living allowance now, though.
What? Why?
Surely you're not this dumb. If you're working part-time, why do you need my money? You can get by on your own now. But let me make one thing clear. Part-time job or not, a housewife is a housewife. Don't think for 1 second that me and you are equals just because you got a poxy part-time job.
What do you want from me? I have no idea what it'll take to make you happy. You never used to be like this. It's like you're a different person. You were kind, sweet, thoughtful, and caring. Who stole my Henry, and why did he get replaced with this total jerk?
You wash your mouth, bitch! The only one who changed here is you! All you do is whine and complain because I'm busy with work. Anyone would think you'd be grateful, since it's you I'm making money for in the first place, but no! All it is nag, 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 and I'm sick of it! God, whatever. You're coming back home tomorrow, right?
Yes.
In that case, starting tomorrow, you'll be going to sleep earlier than me and waking up before I do. I'm at my wit's end here, Olivia, so you better not backtalk me on this one. Start being an obedient little housewife, and I might just forgive you.
What? So I have to force myself to stay awake and wait up for you despite never knowing when you're gonna come home?
That's what I just said, ain't it?
But you don't even come home at all some days.
Relax, I'll message you when that happens. You can manage that, can't you?
I might be a housewife, but I'm not your slave.
I'm not telling you to be my slave, I'm just telling you to do your damn job and serve me just like you agreed when we made our wedding vows. You should be on your best behavior and work twice as hard to win back my affections if you feel like I'm being cold towards you. Well, you would if you're a good wife, but I'm not so sure about that one anymore. Anyway, the bottom line is these attacks on me are not gonna continue. Do I make myself clear?
I'm not attacking you. All I did was ask you to keep me in the loop with your plans a little more, and maybe talk to me at home every now and then like normal married couples do. How can you interpret that as me attacking you?
Feels like an attack on me. The last thing I need after a long, stressful day at the office is to come home to a long, stressful nagging session from my own wife. I don't have anywhere to relax and chill out if you act like this. If it's a toss-up between that and you working, I think I'd rather you did work so I could enjoy some peace and quiet for a change.
I don't understand. I have no idea what to do anymore.
Are you even listening to me? Everything I just said clearly went in one ear and out the other, so go ahead and read it again. And again. And again, until it finally goes into that thick skull of yours. Do you struggle with basic English?
That's not what I mean.
I'm taking a shower.
Wait.
Somebody didn't get the bathroom ready for me, so I'll have to clean it out myself. You better not waste any more of my valuable time after this. I mean it. This is the last straw.
Henry, we need to talk. You think you can come home early tonight?
Nope.
Okay. When should I stay awake until?
Until I get home and go to sleep.
Yes, but I'm asking when that will be.
You think I know that? I'm not staying out tonight, so I'll be home eventually.
I've done everything you told me to these last 2 weeks. Never so much as uttering a complaint. Barely even saying a word. I was told at every turn. Went to sleep after you, woke up before you did. I don't mind getting up early to make you breakfast because I can see the logic in that. But there's no reason for me to force myself to stay awake until you go to sleep, is there?
No reason? Of course there are reasons. You have to prepare my food and clean out the shower.
Are you incapable of doing those things yourself?
You can't seriously be telling me to do a woman's job.
This is tyranny, Henry. Plain and simple. Are you even aware of how much this insanity has escalated lately? You've gone way off the deep end, and it's terrifying me. I bet there are actual slave drivers who are less domineering than you. You're just trying to make me suffer, aren't you?
What? Jeez, woman, you speak like I have some kind of personality disorder. What would be the point in that?
Only you can answer that.
Can't you see this is the problem? Exactly what you're doing right now. The fact that you think it's acceptable to talk back to me in the first place is your fatal mistake. If you dare talk back to me ever again, we're getting a divorce.
Divorce, huh? Wait a sec. Is the reason you're doing this because you want me to divorce you?
What, are you nuts? The reason I want a divorce is because you drive me up the goddamn wall with your shenanigans. I'm so sick and tired of you. It's almost hard to express with words.
Something tells me we're long past the stage of working through this with discussion.
What is there to discuss in the first place?
Plenty of things.
I'm listening. You better make it quick, though.
Forget it. It's pointless. I know how you feel about me now.
Well, you finally get it. It's a miracle. If you get it, stop giving me hassle and talking back to me every time I open my goddamn mouth. Next time you do, I really will divorce you. I swear I will. Don't make me do it. I've got an idea. I'm going to make you sign the divorce papers when I get home. That way, they'll always be ready in case you don't start behaving and I have to go through with it. Maybe then you'll know I'm serious and stop being so goddamn cocky.
Fine. I'll sign them.
Great, then it's settled. Next time you defy me, I'll have them filed faster than a speeding bullet. One more strike and you're out! Is that clear? You should know that I won't take you back even if you break down in tears and beg for forgiveness.
Fine by me. When that time comes, I'll just do what I have to do.
Olivia, what time did you wake up today?
9 a.m.
God damn it, woman, are you mocking me?
I was tired.
I'm not interested in your excuses. You know, I really thought you were going to change your ways when I slammed those divorce papers down on the table in front of you, but no! You keep getting up late recently. Who the heck do you think you are?
I don't think I'm anyone, really.
That's exactly that right there. There you go, talking back to me again. This is why you're hopeless. Do you want me to divorce you? I swear I'll do it.
We already divorced a month ago. What are you talking about?
What?
You said I got removed from your life insurance policy recently, right?
Yeah, why would I have to keep paying you if you're working part-time? They probably saw you got a job and took you off. You only have yourself to blame. You're the one who wanted to work so bad.
Wrong. It's because we got a divorce.
Excuse me? A divorce? Are you being serious?
Yes. You said you'd divorce me if I disobeyed you or talked back to you, right? Well, I finally decided to stop doing as you told me. Which is why, instead of leaving my fate hanging in the balance, totally subject to your whims and whatever mood you happen to be in on a daily basis, I handed in the papers myself. The papers already have both our signatures on.
How could you make such a huge decision without even telling me first?
How many times this month did I tell you that we needed to talk? I lost count. I wanted to discuss the divorce, but you said you were too busy every time. Eventually, I figured it was pointless, so I did what I had to do on my own.
Wow, I get it. Don't pretend you didn't know that I was too busy to talk to you. I bet you wanted me to keep refusing so you'd feel morally justified in handing them in behind my back, so you could rub it in my face and piss me off like you're doing now. I know how you feel about me now. If this is a game you want to play, get the hell out of this house! Surely you don't seriously think you get to keep living here if we get in a divorce.
Surely you don't seriously think you have any right to kick me out? This place is rented, and the contract is in my name from when I used to work before we got married. The only one who needs to leave is you.
So that's how it is, huh? Fine, have it your way. I'll be gone before you know it. The sooner I get away from you, the better. You abject failure of a wife.
Yes, please do. I was getting so sick of seeing your things when I was starting to want to throw them away. Make sure I get every cent of my compensation, though.
Compensation? Why would I pay you compensation? We divorced over a clash of personalities. You have no grounds to make that kind of demand.
What? You can't be serious. We divorced because of your affair.
Affair? What the hell? No way, I never cheated on you.
Yeah, you did. I knew something fishy was going on when you suddenly started talking down to me and treating me like dirt for being a stay-at-home housewife. And when you told me I had to go sleep after you had to wake up before you did, I know now the reason you were acting like a medieval slave driver and all-around grade-A jerk was to make me divorce you so you could be with your lover without having to pay me compensation for cheating.
Are you on drugs? Where are you getting this bullcrap from? Are you drunk? Sleep-deprived? Start making sense, woman!
Remember when I told you we needed to talk before we both signed the divorce papers? Sure, relationships turn sour and people drift apart, but I couldn't make sense on how suddenly you changed. You were acting strange and I had no idea why, so I hired a private investigator. That's when I found out you were cheating with one of your subordinates at work. That's why I handed in the divorce papers.
Can you prove it?
I wouldn't be telling you if I couldn't prove it. Of course you'll be paying me compensation for destroying our marriage with the affair, but you're also gonna owe me for the campaign of abuse you launched against me to try and make me divorce you. My lawyer has the chat logs and I even took voice recordings, so make no mistake, you absolutely will be paying me every last cent of what I asked for.
No, please wait, listen, Olivia! I know it might look bad, but the truth is, we weren't technically having an affair. It was just that, well, one thing kind of led to another. Before you knew it, we were in that kind of relationship. But neither of us planned it, which means it technically wasn't cheating. It was more just like a way for us both to relieve stress at work. You know how hectic things have been for me lately, right?
So what? Whether you mean it or not, whether you were serious about her or not, it's all irrelevant.
I married you because you're the most important person in the world to me.
Maybe I was once.
And you still are. Nothing changed, baby. I still feel that way about you.
Even though you called me an objective failure of a wife?
Come on, baby. No, I didn't mean that. I just got mad when I found out that you handed in the divorce papers behind my back, huh? I was just lashing out. I regret it afterwards.
Anyway, how big of an idiot do you actually take me for? Even if you got your way and I divorced you for your abusive behavior without finding out the affair, surely you didn't think you were gonna get out of it without paying me compensation? I know everything, Henry. I heard all of you and your lover's conversations. I heard you tell her you were gonna intentionally give me the cold shoulder. I heard you tell her you were gonna be rude, nasty, mean, and abusive towards me so I'd reach my wit's end and demand a divorce.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm not. I have recordings of everything. You're not gonna worm your way out of this one, so just stop wasting your time and admit it, you wretched slimeball. Actually, you know what? I take that back. That would be an insult to wretched slimeballs.
Olivia, please. I'm so sorry. I've been such a fool.
None of this would be happening if you had the balls to divorce me in the first place. But no, you had to use the most slimy, underhanded, cowardly tactics possible to try and trick me into divorcing you so you could protect your reputation and get out of paying me compensation. You couldn't have acted like a bigger snake if you tried.
Olivia, please, the truth is, I did it because I didn't want to hurt you.
If you didn't want to hurt me, you wouldn't have said all those hurtful things. You would have just told me it was over. Don't get me wrong, it would still hurt, but nothing like what you put me through. You have no idea how much you made me suffer. But you want to know what the worst thing was? The worst thing was not having a clue why it was happening. I've never been so stressed or anxious in my whole life. I spent entire days wondering what I'd have to do for us to go back to the happy couple we used to be. What you did couldn't have been more dishonest or more despicable.
But you still have feelings for me, right? There must be something left out of how we used to be together. You didn't kick me out of the house for a whole month after handing in the papers, right? That just goes to show part of you was still clinging onto the hope that we could rekindle our old flame.
Don't kid yourself. I had my reasons for that. Namely, that I wanted to use up all the food in the cupboards before I kicked you out. There were a bunch of other produces I had to go through too. I wanted everything dealt with by the time I kicked you out so that once you left, I'd never have to interact with you again. There's also a part of me that takes great pleasure in knowing how much trouble you're going to be in after being kicked out and having no place to go all of a sudden. I could have given you a heads up, but where's the fun in that?
But what about the housework? You did it like always, so I'd have a nice tidy house to come home to after work. What's that if not love?
Sure, I've been keeping the house tidy, but I haven't been taking care of your stuff. I just sprayed your sweaty work clothes with deodorant. Didn't you notice all the black smudges on your shirt collars? Sure, I carried on making you lunches to take with you, but they were nothing but leftovers. I wanted to get rid of as much stuff as possible before you moved, which included the food you eat. I hate throwing good food away, and I wasn't going to waste a bunch of food just because we were going to get our separate ways.
Olivia! I'll be home straight away tonight. Let's talk things through, please.
I already told you about the divorce, so we have nothing left to talk about. If you have any problems with the compensation specifically, what an enormous amount is it you owe me? You're welcome to discuss it with my lawyer. I left his business card on the table in the living room. I have nothing further to say to you. Not now, not ever, so see to it that everything goes through him from now on.
Please, can we just slow down for 1 second? I'm so sorry, I really screwed up, didn't I? I can't tell you how sorry I am, babe. I am so disgusted with myself. You deserve better. I'm so sorry. Let me apologize to you in person.
I'm busy. I moved up to a full-time contract at my new job last week. And that's not all. I have a meeting with your lover's parents later to discuss the compensation.
No, stop it. Anything but that, please.
I gotta say, Henry, I wouldn't want to be you right now. Her parents seem pretty strict. I know how worried you and her were about them finding out their daughter was marrying a divorcee. Which is why you tried to manipulate the whole situation to look as favorable as possible for you. That's why I'm going to see them later today, to make sure they're clear on everything. I think they have a right to know what kind of guy their daughter is getting involved with. It's a shame they're going to have to help out with the compensation, but it doesn't seem like it can be helped. She still lives with them after all. Apparently, she doesn't have nearly enough savings to her name to even make a dent in what she's gonna owe me.
Olivia, you don't have to do this. I'm sorry, I mean it. This is all my fault. Please, will you find it in your heart to forgive me? I'll do anything at all.
I know it's all your fault, Henry. I don't need you to tell me that. All I want you to do is pay me for my compensation. That's it.
I'm sorry. Please, can I have one last chance to talk things through with you? I'm begging you. Just one chance. Just one. I'll do whatever you say.
You're in no position to be begging for a chance to talk to me. You wouldn't give me one, remember? Lord knows I asked you enough times. Me and you are strangers now. So how about you do me a favor and stop wasting my precious time with your infantile whining? I got my compensation from Henry and his lover, and I gotta say, my saving account is looking pretty juicy right about now. I'm thinking of treating myself to a much-needed vacation with some of the money. His lover's parents were furious with the two of them, and her dad yelled at them with the fury of 1,000 suns, before sternly demanding that they break up. Henry's lover's opinions towards him must have gone down when he failed to trick me into divorcing him, and she ended up owing me compensation because she didn't object. She dumped him on the spot, and now they lead separate lives. His lover's parents were so furious about what Henry had gotten their daughter wrapped up in that they drove down to the company HQ in a rage and caused a huge scene, telling everything about what my ex-husband and their wayward daughter had been up to in the storage cupboard, and demanding that Henry be disciplined. You'd think that kind of thing only happens in TV shows, but apparently his lover's parents had always been protective and quick to anger when it comes to their daughter. Needless to say, with the whole company now knowing about the affair, his lover's work life became a living hell. And, unable to bear the constant finger-pointing and gossip, she quit within a couple of weeks. As for Henry, I heard he was swiftly demoted. We're strangers now, and I couldn't care less about what happens to him from here on out after what he did to me. I can't help but feel there's a sweet irony in his life, turning into such a colossal disaster after he tried so hard to manufacture a quick, painless divorce. Not knowing when to give up, he bombarded me with a series of desperate apology messages after he got demoted, saying stuff like, "I regret everything. I should have never done what I did." Mutually, not feeling an ounce of regret, I blocked him straight away. I can't tell you how difficult things were for me back then. Relationships troubles are never easy, but it's a whole different ball game altogether when your partner suddenly starts treating you like crap for no apparent reason whatsoever. But when I pulled back the curtain, I saw that he was abusing me for the most pathetic reason imaginable. In that moment, I realized that it was uncertainly that I had been hurting me the most all along. It was like a weight had been lifted off from my shoulders, and strangely enough, I stopped caring altogether, and the divorce became my only priority. Newly single life is a breath of fresh air, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I used to feel down occasionally when I remember the good times between me and Henry, but not anymore. It really is like they say, time heals all wounds. Now, I'm focusing on leading a happy, fulfilling life while letting all memories of my ex-husband fade away and become nothing but distant clouds in the passage of time. I believe that the universe rewards those who work hard, and I'm gonna work as hard as I possibly can to build the life I know I deserve. As one door closes, another one opens. It's easy to see breakups as losses, but all I see are opportunities, and I'm determined to take full advantage of them.